Hello, 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 and welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kosler, and this is my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what I mean by a progression style playthrough, you can always type an exclamation point intro if you happen to be in the live chat, or find that same video link in the video description below. If you'd like to know the next time I go live, easiest and best way is to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But if you don't want to do that, or if you would like to have it through Discord, you can join the community Discord, where I make my go live posts there. Exclamation point Discord gets you that link, and there should be a video description. There should be a link in the video description below as well. Finally, this is not a reaction style playthrough. This is not my first time playing through the game. My main is up to date with, what are we on now? It was just a patch. I don't know if it counted as an actual patch, but 6.58 or so is where my main is up to date with. So I may make any reference to things between where my current character is, patch 2.1, and my main character, patch 6.58, or may make reference to publicly available Dawn Trail information. And I will make a special note here. There is I consider it a fairly minor spoiler. It is pretty much telegraphed in the trailer for 16, but if you are completely haven't seen anything about 16, but also care about spoilers, there's going to be something in here, and I probably will bring up a few things that I know about for 16 when we get towards that part. I myself haven't gotten all the way through 16, but the way I take spoilers is there's kind of a window for where I would consider it to be, you know, rude or faux pas to worry about spoilers. So even though I haven't finished, it's not for me to expect everyone to walk around on pins and needles because of it. But that might not be you, and this is your warning to scoot on out of here if you are worried about those type of spoilers. Yeah, let's go ahead and immediately start on our quest here. So we're going right into this quest, the 16 quest here. I've already done it on my main, though I kind of just skipped through it because I knew I was doing it here. So I've got a little bit of an idea of how long it's going to be. But let's get started. The neophyte adventurer seeks the warrior of light. Forgive my boldness, but you are in progression, are you not? Then my search is at an end. A begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of entreating your aid with some matter he deigned not share with me. Pray remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. Hear what I just did his voice a couple days ago. 'Tis I who employed the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I have a request that you alone can fulfill. Pray listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied two stars sailing across the inky expanse, one of purest white, the other blushing scarlet, their courses set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly, the Scarlet Star shifted its trajectory. High above a burning landscape did its path intersect that of the White Star, their conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. But what does it mean? Truth be told, mine own interpretation wavers. My rational mind says meaningless dream. My artist's soul insists on prophecy. Whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light. In other words, you. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, you are thus fated to encounter the Scarlet Star, whomsoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouement. I will compensate you for your trouble, of course. The question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? The Burning Wall in Eastern Thanalan? That cluster of immense crystals born of the seventh umbral calamity. It well resembles the sweeping scene from my dream. The first mystery is solved. Shall leave for Eastern Thanalan and the infamous Burning Wall at once. Cool. Boom. Alrighty. Remember when I did this myself? You ever notice the moon look like this before? Anyways, when I did this myself, I had a difficulty with one of these parts. Not the trial. The trial was pretty easy. But, coming up. The Burning Wall. An apt name indeed. Right next to him. 'Tis said that these crystalline structures were formed when falling shards of Dalamud pierced the land's ethereal current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. That is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglasses at the ready. One of our searching things, and I think he was down. Yeah, he's down here. God, he blends in really well. Not paying deep attention. I think this is our first 16 track. Went and got all the, once you complete it, you unlock like 10. Yeah, this is definitely a 16 track. You unlock 10 orchestrion rolls, and you can buy Clive's card. Ugh. I can do a Ben, my worst impression of Ben Stark. Where am I? What's going on? A dream led you to me. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. This stalwart hero is in progression. We have the pleasure of your name. Clive. The last thing I remember was the ruins. My head. Where? How did I come to be in this place? Would seem you were knocked senseless. Fusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for town and have a frontistery physician look over you. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully, 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure. It's kind of you to wait. Thank you. What of your condition? Much improved. The physician also noted no signs of injury or illness. My memories remain hazy. How did I end up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important, I'm sure of it. Let's return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. Must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Ul'dah strike you as familiar? Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Ul'dah, then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place where we found you, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the Twelves Wood is in order? Gridania, you say? The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. You would take me there? Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements and ask if any have heard of you. Let's rendezvous in Gridania and on. This entire situation has me knocked off balance, I'm afraid. M, was it? Appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. Set out whenever you're ready. Clive is ready to travel to Gridania. Are we ready? Let's head out. Gridania, the minstrel mentioned, is it far? We need mounts. By airship. Have those? Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. M, if I may ask a foolish question. Do these airships of yours actually fly? Foolish question indeed, then. Expression tells me as much. No airship travel where you're from? So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Hearing you speak of functional airships, I felt fusion, disbelief, something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? Dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. Boom, boom, boom. Feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So this is Gridania, very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead. Sure. This tavern, it reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. Feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. Maybe if you were to show me somewhere else. The city certainly has a different feel to Ul'dah. Not only the architecture, but the people as well. A chocobo. Now that's something I recognize. Yet it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. As for the when or the where... An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, not nearly large enough. Try to remember, the fog in my head almost seems to grow thicker. This is a truly beautiful place. Gridania then, have you remembered anything else? Brief flashes of this and that, but nothing to suggest I've been here before. Just can't shake the strangest feeling. It's too peaceful. That doesn't sit right. Patrol reporting, Commander. All's quiet with Ixal. No sightings of Garuda. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Did he say Garuda? You there. This Garuda you speak of. Sir, are you alright? Lieutenant Progression. You know this gentleman. Memory loss, you say? I'm sorry to hear that. Though it seems Garuda's name has lit a spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. Fought her, I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to any who stood against that destructive fiend. However, there was one more suited to the task than I. My elder Seedseer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. Surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to Stillglade Fane. Stand ready to escort our guests to an audience. Take my glasses a bit. Understood, Commander. Pray find me at Nafika's altar in Old Gridania. I will see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Stand. Way back to what I've lost belongs or begins with Garuda. For that I feel certain. The Lotus Stand lies just ahead. If you would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. I don't remember what I did for Kanesena. Commander, hello. Has apprised me of your friend's condition. This is he. A pleasure to meet you. I am Kanesena, elder Seedseer of Gridania. Thank you for your gracious welcome. I'm Clive, though beyond that I fear my introduction may be lacking. Please concern yourself not with proprieties. It's your memory loss we are here to address. I'm told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes. The instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle rose unbidden. I think perhaps if I could hear more of Garuda. Wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelled here in the Twelveswood. She appears as a winged entity, half bird, half woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. Should add that M has fought against Garuda in her primal incarnation. A winged woman of volatile temperament, with power over the wind. Fitting description of the opponent I remember. Deity? Oh, the will behind that monstrous visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzea's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly, as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo, escaping the notice of every local rumor monger from malms around. Probable, to say the least. That led me to consider another possibility. One consistent with past accounts. I have heard of visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star. Brand, it's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strain to recall, piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda, bearer, Ifrit. Another primal's name. It would seem the pain has a less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One's subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth, mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. Barrier is of my own making. How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. Fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. So you think me from another world. My memories of said world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. Truth my mind refuses to remember. There's a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may yet be struck off in the heat of battle. A drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, M. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns. If you've the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. Clive seems somewhat bemused. Minstrel has a plan, it seems, but he shares a little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. Were I to meet him at Apkalu Falls, right? Where's that to be found? Good. Not far then. Let's get on with it. That's not what I wanted to do. Clive. This place. Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Louis Soir gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit. I know there's something's there. Why can't I remember? Clive recalled several words in the Elder Seedseer's presence, words which brought him pain. While the significance of bearer eludes me, you and I are more familiar with Ifrit. Considering your reaction to the mere mention of the name, it is likely that the primal, or its equivalent in your world, is deeply connected to your condition. Thus I have resolved to weave my lyrical magics and bring you face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Here, where Archon Louis Soir paved an ethereal path to the primal's lair, my words be given substance. Within the vision which takes form will you do battle with a phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real. And you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be unearthed without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and call upon the strength of your shining twin. Your past awaits. Oh. Where has he sent us? You stand in the bowl of embers, the site where the Amalja summoned their patron deity, the stage upon which the warrior of light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, Lord of the Inferno. An accurate facsimile. You're not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. Ready when you are. Together then. Last chance for anybody who is worried about spoilers to scoot on out. Freed. That's the thing which killed Joshua. Has been on its trail seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight with me, M. Access to special duty actions. Charge the foe. A gap closer. And a dodge that I can use. It'll give me a countdown to when I can use the dodge. Post dodge. Post countdown I can use precision strike. Cinematic clash. This won't hold me. Down for the count. M. Still in the fight. His blades, they're feeding him power. Something, 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 something. There's too many. Cannot rely on stealing more. Just a few more, ma'am. Leave none standing. On your guard. He means to unleash hell. Still with me, M? Let's finish this. Boom. I blamed another to spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. I accept the truth of it now. You are not afraid. I am. battle against my own mind. It would seem you have emerged the victor. Sorry, wrong voice. Intriguing. Cool. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought a friend back with you. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the duchy. There's no more loyal ally in battle, no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. Ah, that would explain the aberration in the lingering ether. What is here to lead you back to your world? Clive has embraced his harrowing past, and in doing so reclaimed the memories he lost. Without a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I'd done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix's flames, was destined to become Archduke, as our father had before him. Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone. Dominant of fire had slain my brother, and I would have my vengeance. I spent years tracking the killer until one day I came to understand it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, that it could even exist at all. Transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can but imagine the anguish this has caused you. There was anguish, yes, and a guilt I will never escape. I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Ifrit's power. I need to know why. It's in search for answers that I went to Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. Found the courage to face my past and accept the truth. Everything faded to black. Your tale suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force, was responsible for your inadvertent journey. If you arrived in Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the burning wall. So there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go. The burning wall. Camp Dry Bone. Look at the time. I got something going on in a little bit, so I'm not going to have time to do any of the daily stuff. Push this up. I'm going to need to hop off. Such an incredible sight. I was in no state to appreciate these crystals the first time. Come this far, now Torgal will be our guide. Such was the purpose of his creation, after all. Ready, Torgal? Take me home. Sure. Did it again. Oh, and they follow me directly. That's funny. Alrighty. I sense the end to this extraordinary tale is at hand. Is this it, boy? The tale ends where it began. First found me. Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds. But now I think I understand. Do. Some years ago, Eorzea was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. It was as if our star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to a benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need. The phoenix. The burning wall itself is a scar left by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths have solidified flame to be proof of the Phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the Phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours. Drawn to the flame. Seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardship or bitter the truth. Always, no matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Torgal. We have answers to seek, and Velasthea awaits. And then he was gone. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, it would be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story so fleeting an excerpt. You, however, may pay $500 plus $70 for a PlayStation 5, a copy of Final Fantasy XVI, or perhaps wait some indeterminate number of months for its release on the personal computer. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion. Sadly, the power to peer into other worlds was not granted me by this day's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Em. Our little adventure is over. Set in motion as it was by a dream most cryptic. I must thank you for indulging my sudden, strange request. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved such a trustworthy guide that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels. Till we meet again. Cool, the whistle, pup, and the glam. Haven't done any gold saucy stuff, so I can't really do that. Thing I want to do is check out the mount. I want to see if there's any mount music, system config, audio, music while mounted. Ooh, let's find the flame. That's tight. I'm a little large for Torgal here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Like I said, I gotta get heading out. Let's go ahead and head back to Gridania and do my little outro. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind giving a like on the way back to wherever you were before watching the stream or watching the VOD, I'd be greatly appreciative. If you'd like to know the next time that I go live, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel or join the community Discord like I talked about at the beginning. Find that link in the video description below. Yeah, so we did the Final Fantasy 16 event. I think it was better than the 15 event. Maybe because I was a little more familiar with the 16 mechanics. I didn't quite have a good understanding of how the dash dodging stuff worked in 15. They also gave you much more of an explanation in the 16 mechanic, duty mechanic, intro. But yeah, fun, interesting, got a cool new map. That's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time that I see you.